In one of my recent live streams, I spoke about how a lot of these individuals are pedestalizing and doing an ideology thing when it comes to Charlie Kirk after his passing. And it is such the weirdest thing, especially with those they are trying to compare him to. And I've been seeing this consistently for the last few days, and it's crazy how all of this is happening. I think the first one I saw was over on Threads, and then I came over on Twitter, and then I saw the same thing. But one that stuck out to me was Angela Stanton King, which is why she's going into the Blackaren Hall of Shame for the first time. I told you we getting some new entries off of this one. So Angela posted up this image right here. Now it's kind of cut off at the bottom because it's such a long, the post is like almost poster style, so I couldn't get the people that was underneath it. But if you look closely at the bottom, you can see whose images are there. She wrote, "I'm done with the race war. Are you, Angela? Are you really?" So the thing is, she says, "I'm done with it." So that means that she was a part of it at one particular point for her to say that she's done with the race war. She never said that she didn't like it. She said she's done with it, meaning at one point she had her hand and feet, probably her whole body in it at one particular point. So at one time she was at least tolerant of it. She says, "This isn't about color, it's about truth. At the end of the day, there's only one race, the human race." Now we all know where she got that from. We know PC used to love. Notice I say used to love saying that. Nowadays they ain't checking for that because I think they're being very adamant on which side of the aisle they are on. And the thing is, a lot of these black conservatives don't know which way to put themselves. They got themselves all up in knots like a damn pretzel. They don't know which way to go. She says, "Division thrives when we focus on labels and categories that were never meant to define our worth. What truly matters is integrity, compassion, and the courage to stand for what's right. Unity begins when we see each other not as black, white, or anything in between, but as people created equal, deserving of love and justice." So she said all of that and then post a picture up that says, "You don't get assassinated for lying." And in this picture, there are 5 faces: Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Bobby Kennedy, John F. Kennedy, and Charlie Kirk. Now, one thing that stood out immediately to me was how much of a presence they made. She put Charlie Kirk in this image. If you notice, Charlie Kirk takes up a good chunk of the picture as far as size, whereas MLK, Malcolm X, Bobby Kennedy, and JFK are smaller in size. So that just shows you who she decided to give more importance to. And a lot of people were saying, why in the world do they keep putting Charlie Kirk in? Let's just focus on Charlie Kirk, MLK, and Malcolm X for a second. Why did they keep putting Charlie Kirk next to MLK, who, by the way, and it's like, I don't know if people just have revisionist history, but he actually had some very disparaging things to say about Dr. King. Like, it's very well documented. Like, you can just literally go anywhere and type in Charlie Kirk and Dr. King, and they'll pull up the quotes he said, even the video attached to with him saying it, so they can't say, "Oh, he didn't say it." No, we have proof. He said it right here. Then you put it next to Malcolm X. I don't know where this influx of using Malcolm X next to people like a Charlie Kirk came from. I remember at a time when none of them even uttered Malcolm X's name. But now they're bringing him up quite a bit. And like I said, I know why they're doing it, because of the things that he said about the white liberal back in the day. But in that same conference where he was speaking, he said the same thing about the white conservative, but they consistently leave that out, much like how they do and bastardize Martin Luther King, "I Have a Dream" speech. And now they're doing the same thing with what Malcolm X said about the white liberal and the white conservative. The thing about it is, Malcolm or Martin would never agree with a Charlie Kirk. They wouldn't. And Charlie Kirk didn't even like Dr. King. So I know he probably didn't like Malcolm X either. He probably loathed him. He just never said it. But this thing of trying to compare Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and to Charlie Kirk, like, is no way possible. But they've been doing it a lot lately. I said it in a live stream. You had Glenn Beck up there talking about how Charlie Kirk was a civil rights activist or a civil rights leader. What? Y'all are putting labels onto an individual who most likely would never label themselves that. And for what? So you can get clicks, views, and engagement, because at this point, that's all it could be. Like, you're looking for attention. Basically, you're rage baiting at this point. Many of them don't even believe half the crap that they're saying as it pertains to Charlie Kirk. That's the crazier part about it. I don't even believe Angela Stanton believes what she said right here and put this post up, but she knew that it was going to get people to come and gravitate towards it. Now, y'all can't see it, but this post was actually made on September the 12th at like 9 something in the morning. Now, what I'm about to show you is a post that she made at 9 something that evening. So this post that she made right here was about 12 hours later, where she says, when free speech is silenced with bullets, history is repeating itself. And in this picture, she has Dr. King, JFK, and Charlie Kirk. It's like, again, why do y'all keep doing this? I mean, you have a person who was advocating for the rights of his people, you know, to get equality. You have a sitting president, and then you have a podcaster that went out and spewed a lot of the complete opposite of what these two men actually spoke about or actually did, like the complete and utter opposite. And the crazy part about it is 2 of these individuals would be considered liberal compared to Charlie. And that's the thing that you actually put up there. And going back to what I said on the other picture, you have Charlie Kirk, who was staunchly anti-black, next to Malcolm X, who had no political affiliations as far as I know, but he was definitely for his people. They had Dr. King as more liberal, but he was for his people. Then you have Bobby Kennedy and JFK, who were both liberal. Like, there's no comparison there. Like, that's the crazier part about it, is that you're putting him with people that would never stand beside him if they were alive today. And then again, going back to what he said about Dr. King, he had all these nasty things to say about him. Angela, I don't know what in the world's going on, but you're giving off very heavy pick me vibes. That's the vibe that I'm getting from Angela Stanton King. And honestly, I was never really a big fan of hers in the first place, but I just let her say her thing and I just went on about my day. But this right here is absolutely ridiculous. As a matter of fact, anybody who is doing it, because I've seen a lot of people try to do this whole thing of trying to compare Charlie Kirk to Dr. King, especially, and even when he didn't like him. And like some people were saying, why are they comparing Charlie Kirk to one of our heroes? It's like y'all don't have any heroes y'all can compare them to. And the thing is, they don't, because a lot of their heroes are of the same mindset as Charlie Kirk. Like, literally, they have this same anti-black narrative or this mindset to them. That's, if you want to do a comparison thing, then do it to them. Why compare it to people that have absolutely no connection to him mindset wise whatsoever? But they have to attach them to a black person. I can't tell you how many times I've seen them, and they always do that. And it doesn't have to just be with Charlie Kirk. I bet you when another one of their anti-black heroes falls, they're gonna do the same thing again and say, oh, they were like this. No, nah, we not accepting it. And I think the worst part about it is because Angela is a black woman doing this. I think that's probably the worst thing about it. And they, oh, by the way, in case y'all want to know, they clowned her under both posts, and rightfully so. And I don't even think both posts got that much traction. I mean, look at it. I just screenshotted that maybe a few hours ago to make this video. It only got like 14,600 plus views for a woman that has like probably over 100,000 followers on her page. And she posted that up on the 12th. And I got this, what, on the 13th, the next day? And it's the 14th, the day that I'm recording this. So yeah, her attempt, I guess, at trying to get traction failed. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next one.